Our boy Seongwu steps off that bus huffing like he's just survived a war zone, sweat beading as he mutters commuting to school is hell. No cap. The guy's a special forces vet turned college scrub, grinding through traffic like it's boot camp all over again. Suddenly, his buddy Hanho pops up out of nowhere, grinning wide and mocking the commute. You handled actual war, bro. This is nothing. Seongwu fires back sharp, eyes narrowing. Talk to me after you enlist, kid. Hanho slumps a bit, then points out his latest drama with Myao, that campus couple mess he's knee-deep in. Our kid piles on ruthless. I warned you about that crap 3 years ago, man. They stroll on in silence for a beat, library towers looming in the background like silent judges. Hanho jabbing a finger skyward, all shaky. Some vague text glitches up in the clouds. Downloading monster. 99%. Seongwu squints hard but brushes it off. You're seeing things, bro. They split ways. Hanho off for coffee, our boy heading straight to class in room 404. The air thick with that eerie quiet like a storm's brewing. Cut to the lecture hall professor, yapping away about who knows what. Seongwu nodding off with eyelids getting heavy like lead. But, just when sleep's about to claim him, the whole world glitches. Eyes snap wide. He wipes him frantic. What the hell? Everything plunges into dense blackout. Electronics dead as doornails. Windows staring back void and empty. Floating cards swarm the air out of nowhere. Warrior, mage, all kinds of insane choices glowing like cheat codes from the gods. Hesitation grips the room. Students frozen in pure fear, hearts pounding. Some dude named Minsu grabs warrior first, a sword materializing in a ridiculous glow that sends shockwaves rippling through the crowd. Classmates gawking like they've seen a ghost. Our kid, lightning fast, he snags the rarest of them all. Necromancer. Card vanishing in this eerie green haze that screams, overpowered. System pings cold. Second chance for the scrubs later. The blackout lifts sudden. All eyes locked on Minsu's shiny new blade. Confusion exploding everywhere. Seongwu ponders deep. No items for me? What kind of trash class is this? Suddenly, the door bursts wide. A student tumbles and screaming. A vicious goblin latched on his back. Dagger plunging deep into flesh like butter. Screams tear through the room. Blood spraying wild as the goblin slashes without mercy. The poor guy pancaking to the floor in a heap. Chaos erupts full force. Class backs up terrified, scrambling like rats in a trap. Seongwu holds his ground steady, glancing at Minsu. Hey, remember me? Minsu shrieks pathetic, clutching that sword like a lifeline. What do you want from me? Our boy's inner fire ignites. Ah, we're straight up done for if that's our hero. The goblin rockets straight at him, claws extended, fangs bared in a snarl of added chill bones. Seongwu spins quick, grabs the nearest chair desk combo. Heavy as hell, but he slams it down with brutal force. Crunch. The goblin flattens like a bug under a boot. Coins pinging out. 10 gold clinking like sweet victory. The world's a damn game now, bro. But oh man, the notification hits harder. The dead become your subordinates. That goblin corpse starts glowing this insane blue-green. Energy swirling wild. Suddenly a skeleton rises from the mess, kneeling loyal at his feet like a faithful dog. The class stares in horrified silence, jaws on the floor. Our kid smirks wide. Master of the dead? This is overpowered as hell. The door creaks, open, teasing more horrors incoming. Man, what the hell just happened? We will never forgive this system for the starter betrayal. Our boys rising from the ashes, legendary domination on the horizon. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh man. Picks up right where the chaos left off. Bro, with our boy Seongwu's first skeleton subordinate, standing there like a loyal guard dog. Hollow eyes, scanning the room for threats while the class still reels from that goblin pancake. Suddenly, the door bursts open again. 2 vicious goblins, charging in like they've got a death wish. Ugly snarls twisting their faces. Daggers raised high for the kill. The class panics hard. Screams echoing like a horror flick. Students scrambling back in pure terror. Our kid stays cool as ice, barking out. Fight them. That one-armed skeleton. Yeah, it lost a limb in the fray, but it's faithful as hell. Lunges forward, clashing brutal with the freaks. Blades scraping bone in a flurry that'd make your blood run cold. But just when it looks like the subordinate's holding its own, one goblin slashes clean through, severing that left arm with a sickening crack, shards flying everywhere. Seongwu spots the tide turning fast. His boy's outmatched without backup. He scans frantic for a weapon, eyes locking on Min-Su's shiny sword. "Give me that." But Min-Su clutches it like a coward, shaking his head no with wide-eyed fear. "No way, man." No time to argue. Seongwu grabs another desk, heavy as a boulder, and hurls it straight at the goblins, smashing him off balance with a thunderous thud. Distracted and dazed, the one-armed skeleton seizes the moment. Quick strikes, daggers down, and those goblins drop dead, bodies hitting the floor like sacks of regret. Little by little, the fallen rise again, glowing that eerie blue-green as two more skeletons join the ranks, army swelling to 3. The subordinate looks up at Seongwu all expectant, like it's waiting for praise or the next order. But our kid flinches back instinctive. "Dang, the way you look at me creeps me out, man. Turn away or something." The skeleton slumps disappointed, head hanging low like a kicked puppy. Classmates bombard him with questions. What the hell's going on? He's got no answers, and some girl screams in shock. Phone's dead. No signal. Can't reach the cops or anyone. Seongwu peeks out the window, heart sinking. Outside's a total nightmare. Goblins rampaging everywhere. Cars flipped, people fleeing. This ain't just the campus, bro. It's the whole damn world crumbling. They pull themselves together quick, deciding they gotta bolt the building before more hell breaks loose. Out into the hall they go, but oh man. What the hell, right there waiting? A pack of goblins fresh off slaughtering other students, blood dripping from their daggers. Corpses sprawled in pools of red. Panic hits like a wave. Students bolt in every direction, splitting up like fools. Goblins leap after him snarling, but suddenly, Seongwu's skeletons intercept mid-air, blocking the strikes with bone-crunching force. Our kid yells, "Run! I'll handle this with my boys." They scatter wild, but Seongwu doesn't chase. Nah, he lets them make their choices, thinking deep. Face this new world head-on, and survival's yours for the taking. A moment later, one skeleton takes a fatal hit, crumbling to dust in the scuffle. Seongwu's gut twists. Come on, beat him down. The remaining two overpower the freaks in a quick, brutal flurry, daggers flashing, bodies dropping. He compliments them straight. "Good work, you guys." Boom. Level up hits like a rush, status screen popping. Name, class, stats all glowing. Curious as hell, he taps deeper. 5 randomized cards float up, eyes widening at the gamble. He picks the skill 1 smart. Max subordinates jumps from 3 to 4. Still don't get it all, but damn. He orders M to surround him tight. No blind spots left exposed. Window glance shows ground level even worse. Goblins swarming like ants. But he knows waiting's suicide. Can't sit here forever. Preps to dive back in, letting his undead lead the charge into the unknown. Man, what the hell just happened? We will never forgive these monsters for thinking they could bury our boy. Nah, his army's growing. Overpowered revenge on the rise. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh man, this one's cranking the apocalypse heat to insane levels, bro. Picking up right where our boy Song was got his skeleton squad marching down those university stairs like an undead parade from hell. Bones clacking with every step while the air hangs thick with that eerie post-glitch silence. Suddenly, Hanho Lee comes barreling up the same stairs like a man possessed, eyes wide in pure panic, dagger clutched tight in a sweaty grip. Boom. They collide in a chaotic tangle, Hanho freaking out and stabbing straight into one of Seongwu's skeletons with a wild thrust that cracks bone but doesn't drop it. Our kid recognizes him instant. Hanho. The two reunite in the mess, Hanho gasping for air as he spills. I picked the 1-star thief class, man. Got this dagger and everything. Seongwu's eyes narrow sharp, assessing his buddy like a true special forces vet. Thief? Huh? All right, stick with me, kid. We're in this together now. But just when the bromance kicks in, the system pings ridiculous. Hanho officially joins the group, and boom, that synergy effect activates like a power-up from the gods, slapping on this Thieves Dagger group buff that screams overpowered teamwork. Our boy's army just got a stealthy edge, skeletons perking up like they sense the domination incoming. They push on down the hall, tension building thick when suddenly a pack of snarling goblins ambushes from the shadows, led by this massive chief goblin that's built like a tank on steroids, eyes glowing feral, wielding some wild item that pulses with green energy. To everyone's shock, Seongwoo's smell of death aura kicks in hard, weakening the whole horde. Strength sapped, movements sluggish like they're wading through molasses, pathetic scrubs staggering as our kids undead charge forward without mercy. The goblin chief ain't going down easy, though. Nah, it activates that spirit of the wild item, empowering its minions with a savage glow, turning them into frenzied beasts that clash brutal against the skeletons, daggers flying, bones cracking in a flurry of chaos that'd make your heart pound. But hold up, just when the fight's peaking, Seongwu outsmarts the freak lightning fast, severing its hand clean with a precise strike, blood spraying wild as he snatches the item mid-air, turning the tide in an instant. Devastated and humiliated, the chief roars pathetic, but our boys' skeletons overwhelm Maul, crushing the minions into heaps, finishing the boss with ruthless efficiency. Victory pings explode, crude spear drops gleaming, that stolen spirit of the wild pulses in Seongwoo's grip, coins clinking like sweet revenge. Overpowered loot, man. What the hell? This class is legendary. Little by little, they descend to the building's lobby, where things get shady fast. Student council hotshot Lee Jinseok's taking charge like some wannabe king, enforcing order on a crowd of terrified students huddling like sheep, his 2-star class giving him that smug edge as he bosses them around. Jinseok spots Hanho and Seongwoo, eyes lighting up at their weapons. You too. Join us in protecting this place. But what's your class, anyway? Doesn't look like much. Our kid stays cool, brushing it off, but they overhear whispers. Monsters are powering up after some eclipse timer, the whole building about to turn into a meat grinder. Seongwoo and Hanho plot quick. We're going solo, kid. Hunt the boss outside before it gets ridiculous. But just when they're about to bounce, Jinseok and that coward Minsu block the way, tensions rising like a bad omen. A moment later, the invasion hits nuclear. A horde of goblins storms the lobby from every angle, snarls echoing, daggers raised for slaughter. Panic erupts, students screaming as the freaks close in. To everyone's shock, Seongwoo's skeletons burst from the opposite hallway like avenging ghosts, charging into the fray with bone-rattling fury. Jinseok's jaw drops, desperate eyes locking on our boy. What class are you? Seongwoo smirks wide, voice dripping confidence, something amazing. As that smell of death weakens the incoming wave once more, goblins faltering pathetic, our kid's inner fire ignites. Let the hunt begin. Man, what the hell just happened? We will never forgive these campus scum for doubting our boy. Nah, he's about to humiliate them all. Domination ramping to unimaginable heights. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh man, this one's exploding the campus chaos to overpowered levels, bro. With our boy Seongwoo skeleton squad still buzzing from that lobby victory. Bones clacking as they guard the group amid the rubble and blood pools. Survivors panting in shock while Hanho wipes his dagger clean, smirking like that was just the appetizer. Suddenly, the system pings loud with a boss quest. Defeat the humanity's building monster for massive rewards. And the walls rumble ominous, cracked spiderwebbing as growls echo from the corridors. Jinseok rallies the scrubs. We gotta move together. But Minsu clutches his sword pathetic, eyes wide. Our kid commands cool. Skeletons, lead the way. Scout and strike. The undead charge ahead. Green glows lighting the dark halls, clashing with goblin scouts that leap from shadows, daggers flashing. But the subordinates overpower him quick, bones crunching under boots as Hanho sneaks in for backstabs. Gotcha, freaks. But just when they're pushing deep, to everyone's shock, the boss erupt from the lecture hall doors, a colossal goblin mutant towering with muscles like boulders, horns curling wicked, wielding a massive club that smashes the floor to craters in one swing. The thing roars deafening, vibrations knocking survivors off balance, and Jinseok gasps. What the hell is that thing? The boss lunges brutal, club whooshing down on a skeleton, shattering it to dust in a spray of shards. Our boy's army down one already. Devastated but fierce, Seongwoo barks. Circle it. Don't let it breathe. The remaining undead dodge swings that crack walls, striking at legs and coordinated hits that'd make any team jealous. Hanho darts through the fray. Aim for the joints, bro. Slashing tendons with thief precision. Little by little, the battle intensifies, boss activating a rage skill, skin hardening like armor, club swings speeding up to blur, pancaking a fleeing student who got too close, blood spraying wild. The group scatters terrified, but our kids' special forces instincts kick in. Use the curse, smell of death. Invisible weakness hits the beast, movements slowing pathetic, roars turning to growls. Skeletons pile on, chipping away as Hanho flips over a swing, daggers sinking into an eye. Take that. The boss staggers, health dropping, but oh man, it summons minion goblins from the shadows, more freaks spawning to overwhelm the room. Skeletons falter under the wave, but Seongwu channels deep. Rise, turn their dead against them. Fallen goblins glow green, resurrecting as loyal subordinates in a humiliating twist for the boss. A moment later, the tide flips, undead army swelling, strikes landing relentless until the colossal freak kneels devastated, club dropping with a thud. With a final spear thrust from our kid, crunch through the chest, the boss collapses, body thudding like thunder's end. Victory pings rush in. Coin stacking, new curse upgrade that poisons enemies slow, army evolving with tougher bones. Dang, survivors cheer weak, Jinseok nodding respect. You're the real deal, man. But the system teases more. Boss down, but the building's not clear yet. Whispers of bigger horrors loom from the halls. Our boys smirk, saying domination's heating up. Man, what the hell just happened? We will never forgive that mutant for the humiliation. Nah, our kid's obliterating, empire building step by step. Oh man, the boss fight's raging on like a firestorm from hell, bro, with our boy Seongwu's undead army, circling the colossal mutant goblin that's still thrashing wild, clubs swinging in arcs that crater floors and send shards flying, survivors huddling behind overturned desks, while Hanho reloads his dagger throws. Keep it pinned, guys. The beast roars furious, wounds sealing from some regeneration skill, eyes glowing red as it stomps forward, pancaking another skeleton in a bone-shattering hit. Seongwu yells, "We can't let it reach us. Fight back." But Minsu swings his sword weak, barely scratching the hide. Our kid stays calm, analyzing. The Regan, target the core. Skeletons dive and loyal, dodging blows to strike at the chest where a glowing crystal pulses like a heart, daggers chipping, but the boss spins, tail whipping to send one flying into the wall with a crunch. But, just when the pressure's peaking, suddenly, the mutant activates a poison cloud, green mist billowing out to choke the air, survivors coughing pathetic as health drops slow. To everyone's shock, Seongwu's smell of death counters it, aura clashing to neutralize the toxin, turning the cloud harmless. Now explosion skill. He commands a subordinate to charge, skeleton glowing bright before detonating in a green blast that rocks the boss back, skin scorching black, Regan faltering. Hanho leaps from shadows. My turn, dagger plunging into the crystal core, crack echoing as the beast howls devastated. The army piles on ruthless, strikes landing on exposed spots, blood gushing while Jinseok joins with a desperate slash. Little by little, the mutant weakens, movement sluggish, club drags on the floor as it kneels humiliated, roars turning to whimpers. With a final coordinated assault, skeletons holding arms down, Hanho slicing tendons, Seongwu thrusting spear deep into the core, crack, shatter, the boss explodes in a spray of gore, body slumping like a fallen giant. Victory floods in. Rare item drop. A curse club that boosts undead strength. Level ups hitting like rushes. New skill unlocking, bone armor for protection. Dang. The room falls silent, survivors panting in awe, Jinseok bowing. You saved us all, man. But oh man. System notification flashes. Phase 2 incoming. Prepare for reinforcements. Goblin swarms tease from the halls. Our kids' eyes burning. Round 2, bro. Let's dominate. Man, what the hell, that Regan freak. We will never forgive it for the close call. Nah, Our boys rising stronger, revenge porn in full swing. Oh man, the building boss arc peaks in this banger, bro. With our boy Seongwoo's army standing over the mutant's corpse, green glows flickering as survivors gather loot. Hanho twirling the curse club. This thing's insane. Feel the power? But, just when they're catching breath. Suddenly, the floor quakes, walls cracking as the boss awakens from the depths. A massive goblin shaman, robes tattered, staff pulsing dark energy, eyes glowing with magic that summons lightning bolts cracking the air. The freak cackles guttural. The shaman casts waves of fire spells, flames roaring like infernos, scorching the room as skeletons dodge and block, one melting under the heat. To everyone's shock, Seongwoo's bone armor skill activates, subordinates glowing with protective layers that deflect the flames, turning the tide. Hanho sneaks through smoke. I'll cut the staff. Flipping over a bolt, dagger slashing, but the shaman teleports in a blink, reappearing to blast him back bruised. The battle turns magical chaos, shamans summoning minion spirits that clash with undead, ethereal wails mixing with bone crunches. Little by little, Seongwu adapts, using curse to weaken the shaman's mana. Spells fizzling pathetic as the army closes in. Explosion chain. He orders multiple skeletons to detonate, green blast chaining to rock the freak, robes burning, staff cracking. Hanho lands a sneak strike on the arm. Got you. The shaman howls devastated, dropping to knees. With a final spear throw from our kid, whistling through air, impaling the chest, the shaman collapses, body dissolving in dark smoke. Victory pings nuclear. Epic staff drop that boosts curses, full level up for the group. New skill, undead link for shared power. Dang, survivors cheer loud, Jinseok fist bumping. You're a god, man. But the system ends the arc. Building cleared. Exit unlocked, but hell awaits outside. Teases of orcs loom. Our boys smirk wide. Bring it. Our army's ready. Man, what the hell, that magic scum? We will never forgive the spells. Nah, our kids humiliating bosses left and right. Domination legendary. Oh man, the campus hell shifts gears to work territory. Bro, with our boy Seongwoo leading the group out the building doors into the courtyard. Skeletons scouting vigilant as smoke rises from distant fights. Survivors clutching looted weapons while Hanho scouts ahead. Then, boom, voices cut through the fog. Ahead, a barricaded spot with a bunch of survivors, desks, and debris piled high. At the center, Daesong Park, the student council prez with his polished look, white hair slicked back, sword in hand like he owns the apocalypse. His group's a mix. A few leveled up types with weapons, but mostly jobless noobs who haven't picked cards yet, looking like scared sheep. Daesong spots Seongwoo's undead squad and his eyes light up greedy. Hey, you with the skeletons, Necromancer, right? Rare pick. Join forces. We've got the numbers, some supplies stashed. United we stand, divided we get goblin chow. But Seongwoo's radar pings hard. Daesong smiles too smooth, and the way he positions the noobs up front screams human shields. Whispers from his crew hint at it. Using the weak as bait to draw monsters, farming kills for themselves. Jinseok leans in. This guy's slimy. Council politics in doomsday mode. Watch your back. Tension spikes quick. Seongwoo's not buying the alliance pitch. He questions Daesong's setup, calling out the exploitation. Daesong plays it cool, but his posse gets defensive. Arguments flare, fingers pointing, cards almost drawn for a human versus human brawl. Manhwa stammers. Hanho grips his dagger. Skeletons rattle ready. The jobless folks look desperate, some eyeing Seongwoo's group like saviors. It's peak chaos. Infighting while monsters lurk, cards dropping from earlier scraps ignored in the heat. Seongwoo stays calm, probing for weaknesses, hinting he could raise the dead from any accidents. Daesong backs down a bit, proposing a shaky truce. But the air's thick with betrayal potential. Whispers of stealing supplies or backstabbing the necromancer for his power. Just as things simmer, rustling in the bushes, orcs. Scout party incoming. A small pack bursts out. A few brutish grunts with axes, led by an archer firing wild shots. Groups scramble, diving behind cars as arrows ping off metal. Seongwoo curses quick. Smell of death. weakening the orcs. Hanho darts shadows for throat stabs. Daesong swings showy but effective. It's over quick. Resurrected orcs turn on their own. Axes dropping loot. Pings for minor skills like curse chain. Panting relief, but Daesong's scheming gaze lingers. Jinseok muttering gratitude. Then, a deep roar echoes from the gym shadows. The orc boss emerges, massive, horn in hand, eyes locked on the survivors. Cliffhanger vibes. This was just the appetizer. Dang, alliance is cracking, orcs ramping. Seongwu's plotting his next move. Oh man, the orc hunt cranks to 11, bro. With the courtyard still smoking from the scout skirmish, Seongwu's squad. Him, Hanho the shadow stabber, Jinseok the reliable fighter, and shaky Minsu. Eyeing the gym shadows where that roar echoed. Daesong's group hovers uneasy. The student prez pushing his alliance but keeping his noobs as potential bait, whispers of exploitation hanging thick. Hanho tests a looted bow. Gear from those grunts could come in handy. But no time for chit-chat. Rustling intensifies, and out bursts the big red orc leader, massive and scarred, axe grip tight, eyes blazing fury as it charges solo. The unit apparently just this beast after its scouts fell. Jinseok shouts, "It's the boss, brace." The red brute swings wild, axe cleaving air, forcing the group to scatter behind debris. Minsu trembles. Daesong swings showy, but hangs back, shoving a jobless forward. Cold play. Seongwu stays ice cool. Curse it, smell of death. The debuff hits, the orcs staggering weak, muscles sapped as skeletons rush in, bone daggers clashing against the massive axe in a brutal dance. Hanho dart shadows, thief strike, daggers sinking into a leg, drawing green blood, but the orc roars, backhanding him tumbling. The fight grinds intense. Solo beast versus necromancer squad. The red orc smashes a skeleton to shards. No resurrection there, but the Seongwu dodges smooth, spear jabbing gaps in armor. Not letting you hunt us. Curse chain spreads the weakness deeper, slowing the swings as more undead pile on, exploding one in a green blast that scorches the orc side. Daesong's archer girl snipes an eye. Minsu connects a lucky swing, but it's Seongwu's commands turning the tide, resurrecting a fallen grunt from earlier to flank, axe betraying its own kind. Little by little, the beast falters, axe dropping heavy as the squad overwhelms. Final spear thrust crunches through, the red orc thudding down defeated. Victory pings. Gold. The axe is loot for buffs. Level ups boosting mana. Group exhales hard. Jinseok fist bumping. That was clutch, man. Daesong smirks scheming, but relief short. Suddenly, a system notification pops. Area sealed. Defeat the regional boss to exit. The gym doors shimmer locked. Distant roars hinting at something bigger lurking. Dang. Trapped like rats. Alliances straining. Seongwu's plotting escapes already. Man, what the hell, that red brute? We will never forgive the lockdown. Nah. Our kids' army's just warming up. Boss hunt incoming. Whoa. Hold on to your seats. This episode explodes with nonstop action as Seongwu and his ragtag team, backed by his growing skeleton squad, square off against the towering red orc in a fight that's pure chaos and grit. The beast charges with savage fury, its crimson skin gleaming under the dim campus lights, hammer swinging like a wrecking ball. But Seongwu's undead horde doesn't flinch. Formation. Curse it down. Seongwu barks, his skeletons rattling forward in a bone-chilling wave, spears jabbing, while Hanho darts in for sneaky dagger strikes. Seongwu unleashes her upgraded fire spells, scorching the orc's flanks as it roars in rage. The team syncs perfectly, skeletons exploding on impact to blast chunks off the monster. Seongwu's commands turning the tide until, with a final spear thrust straight through its chest, the red orc topples like a felled tree, its body thudding to the ground in defeat. Boom! Victory notifications light up like fireworks. Seongwu scores a hefty stack of gold coins for that epic takedown. Plus his summon limit jumps by 2, cranking his max subordinates up to 7. Talk about a power spike. His crew levels up too. Hanho's agility skyrockets with a new stealth skill. Seongwu's magic amps up for hotter flames. And the whole group feels that rush of growth, skills powering up across the board. Not bad for a college apocalypse. Hanho quips, wiping sweat as they loot the scene. But no time to chill. They press on through the wrecked campus, dodging debris and keeping eyes peeled. Soon, they spot trouble ahead. A pack of snarling orcs hammering away at a battered bus, dents echoing like thunder as terrified survivors huddle inside, screaming for help. We can't just watch, Seongwu mutters, mind racing. Quick thinking kicks in. He summons his skeletons into a rickety shopping cart, rigging it like a makeshift battering ram. Go crash and slash. The cart hurtles forward on wobbly wheels, skeletons piling in with weapons raised, smashing straight into the orc mob with a metallic crunch. Bones fly. Orcs stumble in confusion as the undead leap out, hacking and exploding in a frenzy of green fire and shattered limbs. Seongwu joins the fray, spear flashing as he weaves through the chaos, cursing the orcs to weaken their defenses while his team provides cover fire. Hanho flips over an orc's back for a critical stab. Seongwu blasts flames to herd them into kill zones. The orcs don't stand a chance, getting picked off one by one until the last one drops, gurgling in defeat. The bus doors creak open, grateful survivors spilling out. You saved us. Thank you. But Seongwu's gaze hardens on the horizon. System pings hinting at bigger threats brewing. This is just the start, he says, as the orc unit arc wraps with a bang, leaving our necromancer stronger, his army expanded, and the path ahead fraught with unknown horrors. Damn, what a rush, that cart stunt. Legendary. The survivors owe their lives to Seongwu's undead ingenuity. Oh man, post-dungeon vibes hit hard, bro, with our boy Seongwu and his squad huddled around that glitchy computer screen, roulette rewards popping up, bronze, silver, or gold on the line. Seongwu goes big, slamming gold, while spinning wild till it dings first place. Bam. Tier the Sea Spirit Orb drops. Legendary grade straight up boosting mana plus 300 and recovery plus 200%. Second slot hooks him a Vanguard shield for that tanky edge. The lady in the crew snags a sword-etched leader of the expedition force, while his male buddy pulls a C-rank potion bundle. Not thrilled, but Seongwu ribs him. Hey, it'll save your ass someday. Cut to the chaos. School Prez Daesong's team deep in the orc grinder, getting pummeled at a brutal disadvantage. Daesong barks orders. Car and escape route. Shields up front, pointing two tanky teammates to bulldoze ahead. Then blaring horns erupt, a bus barreling in from behind, mowing down orcs like pins. Seongwu at the wheel racking up gold coins for each splattered kill. Bus screeches up to Daesong's crew, Seongwu's friend yelling, "Hop in now." The lady unleashes hell, slicing orcs with raw power. Seongwu's skeleton summons mirroring the slaughter, bones cracking foes left and right. Remnants drop fast, leaving Seongwu face-to-face with Daesong, teasing hard. Rescued your sorry asses when death was knocking. Planning to ditch your team to save your own skin? Ping. A notification flashes. Orc chief's pissed. Hunt failed. Fury incoming. Seongwu revs the bus. All aboard if you're following my lead. Daesong's squad piles and reluctant. Egos bruised. But with that chief's rage brewing, the gym assault's about to explode. Hold tight for the undead storm. Oh man. Level up glow up hits mid-bus ride. Bro, system ping blasting. Seongwu's power cranks to LVL5, unlocking mid-level monster summons, and he's eyeing that skill card bonus like prime loot. Rolling with the newbies from Daesong's crew, our boy drops the bomb. Orcs incoming. Gear up for the scrap. Then bam. Notification flares. Orc chiefs declaring total war, vowing to wipe them all out. Panic erupts, folks freaking. We can't beat him, we'll die. We're total noobs at this. Seongwu mulls it quiet. Fewer orcs left, announces solo mode. I'll handle the horde myself. Not everyone's cut for this fight. Teammate Jisoo calls him out sharp, but he fires back. Most of these peeps are weaker than my skeletons. Flocking up would just get him slaughtered. He hops off the bus solo, crew inside muttering. Dude's reckless, throwing himself in the fire like that. Horde descends. Red orcs charging under a mid-level boss. Seongwu's skeletons locking in. Boss leads the rush, but our kid flips while berserker. Summons juiced with attack boosts and speed surges. Bones hurl swords, stabbing deep into orc flesh, dropping bodies fast. Boss blocks a knife mid-air, smashes skeletons to shards, taunting hard, pissing Seongwu off royal. Retort. He resurrects the fresh-killed orcs as his own undead thralls. New summons swing wild, clashing with the remnants, Seongwu barking. End them, grinning at the foes. My fighters? They don't bleed, they just keep coming. Battle wraps with him towering over the corpse pile. This is necromancer warfare. But with that chief's war cry echoing, the gym's about to turn into a full undead apocalypse. Brace for the boss rush ahead. Oh man, relief washes over the rescued squad. Bro, breathing easy after that close shave, while Seongwu's core team gawks at his rocket-fast leveling. Dude must have stacked new skills. How's he grinding like this? Our boy flashes that legendary tier of the Sea Spirit Orb. Mana renewing like a fountain, juicing his summons to beast mode. Scent of death wafts out, hitting the incoming orc pack hard, throwing him off their game. They charge wild, but Seongwu barks. Righty, handle him. His ace skeleton springs in, dismantling orcs one by one. Other summons piling on the beatdown. Grinning fierce, Seongwu calls it. Time to wrap this up. Skeletons obey, wiping the horde clean. Ping. Notification dings. 21st player to drop 100 orcs, snagging a roulette ticket and infinite status boost. He's stunned. Who the hell are those 20 ahead of me? Just then, the bus peels out in the background, slamming into the sealed gate. Lock tight till the boss falls. Crash echoes loud, drawing more orcs like moths to flame. Cut to the standoff. Seongwu's crew facing the hulking orc boss, with a bus team caged behind, battered and near lifeless from straight torture. One captive pleads desperate. Save us. But our kid snaps back. Should have thought twice before ditching me. Now look at you. I'm no miracle man. Still, he rallies. Attack. Free our people. They rush, but horror hits. Most captives get slaughtered mid-rescue. Orc boss unleashes breath of abyss, fogging minds into confusion. Mana torching away like wildfire. Enter the orc chief's junior black magician, amping the chaos. Team chugs antidotes to shake it off, but Seongwu, untouched. Nah, empowered. Mana surging past 4,000 plus, absorbing the breath for his first awakening. Stats exploding sky high. Squad locks in for round 2. Notifications buzzing. Stats jack from Seongwu's glow up, plus a shared synergy linking them all up. Power flowing like a network. But with that chief looming larger, the full orc apocalypse is primed to drop. Gear up for the undead counterstrike. Oh man, the brawl ignites savage, bro. Seongwu going full berserk on the orc chief. That power-up surge cranking his squad's strength and speed to god tier. Orcs flailing, can't even touch him. Dragged out in a grueling slugfest till the chief crumbles. Team piles on, swarming to drop the orc chief's junior black magician sidekick. Seongwu cashing in 1055 gold for the kill, while his summoned skeletons suck up the chief's magic essence, ranking up beastly. Then pop. An orb tumbles from the chief's maw, legendary devil attributes slamming into Seongwu. Arcane attacks siphon 2% enemy mana, then leech straight physical strength once their pool runs dry. He struts in triumphant, crowd erupting in praise. You slayed that beast, saved our skins. We'll back you up in the fights ahead. Gate unseals with a groan, swinging wide for the escape. Stepping out the school gates, a student's network flickers back online. Bam! It's global apocalypse, chaos everywhere. Survivors herd onto the bus for the haul to safety. Seongwu fibbing. My crib's close by. Mid-chat with his crew, Jisoo shoves M flat to dodge a screeching aerial dive. Bus driver slamming brakes at the side of the field boss terror. Wyvern alpha male, wings blotting the sky. Seongwu glares up defiant. We'll grind stronger through the fights. No more dodging these freaks. We face him head on, turn predator instead of prey. Humans just adapt to this messed up earth. Nah, he'll straight up rule it. But with that alpha wyvern circling hungry, the sky-high escalation's locked and loaded. Brace for the winged nightmare ahead. Oh man. Goblin skirmish pops off brutal. Bro, Seongwu's skeletons diving in claws first, shredding the little pests. Spam. Notification dings. 10 gold coins for dropping one. A flurry of those pings stack up as more greenskins fall. Then level up glory hits. Cranking LVL 6. Our boy picks the strength boost option, feeling that inner pressure surge like raw power injecting straight into his veins. Screen flashes his Jack's stats while summons keep the goblin grinder rolling, racking up more rewards in the chaos. He steps out to rally the crew. From here on, we're hunting the big boys. Fat rewards waiting. Skeletons form a bony perimeter, guarding the squad as they push forward. They hit an open zone littered with military tanks, soldiers eyeing him suspicious. You human? Seongwu grins wide. Damn straight. Troops relay to the sergeant holed up in the vehicle. Dude can't walk, stabbed up by a pint-sized goblin. Guns jam on these freaks, sergeant grunts. Had a shovel and sword him. Seongwu pulls a red potion. Got this. Seen him from other players? Sergeant's eyes light up, but our kid hesitates. This is survival gear, man. Deal struck. Info for potion. Wolves big as bulls out there. Our unit couldn't drop, even one. Head down the road. Scan the QR at the station subway transfer. Installs an app to link with survivors. Comms or toast otherwise. Potion handed over. Sergeant probes. Where you headed? We're linking back with the main unit. Brass stripped our guns when players popped up, shoved shovels at us, but bet they've flipped script by now. Seongwu dips. Got our own spot. Watch for bus-size flyers, they're nasty. Squad rolls on, spots the QR, scans it. App downloads, notifications flood in. Latest one. Game kicked off with over 2 million players. Now halved. Card selection round in 3 days. Posting costs 1,000 gold, equivalent to 100 goblin kills. Teammates note. Hot post from a LVL8 player. Building a safe haven in Weizong City, Gyeonggi Province. Join up. Song was stunned. LVL8 already? Smells off, but we gotta connect with high-level survivors. They pivot toward Weizong, but cut to the flip side. A monstrous player form grinning at his phone, scheming dark. With that shady haven calling and player counts dropping like flies, the real game's about to unleash its fangs. Gear up for the wolf pack ambush ahead. Oh man. Goblin ambush drops vicious, bro. Greenskin swarming a desperate guy, and his little sister clutching his legs like a lifeline. Brother wailing at the top of his lungs. Help. Somebody help. Moments later, Seongwu's skeletons crash the party, blades flashing to cut down the horde in a spray of green ichor. Our boy hauls the brother up, sister in tow, vowing, I'll get you home safe. Stick close. Kid gasps they're starved out. Seongwu digs into his bag, handing over grub. Eat up. Can't fight on empty. They push on to a shadowy staircase. Last goblin scampering down with a dungeon icon, pulsing ominous overhead. As they gear to descend, the boy warns, karaoke joint down there. Crawling with horrors way beefier than these goblins. Seongwu flashes a grin. Appreciate the heads up, kid, and leads the plunge anyway. Bam. Notification hits. Entered the unique dungeon, Elder Slime's Shrine. First bump. A puny slime blobs up. Drop for 140 gold coins easy. Deeper in. Alert blares. Boss monster Elder Slime spawns. Massive jiggle manifesting. It engulfs Seongwu's skeleton summons mid-strike. Chomping him whole. Pings flood. Skeletons defeated. Our kid clocks it quick. Indigestible foes? It chews and crushes. Too dense and huge for summons to pierce. Brainstorm hits. He forges a bone weapon from a fallen skeleton's remains. Arms his teammate. Use this, go. Slime rolls over M, defeating the push and swallowing a rig skeleton packed with a bone blade. Boom. Internal shredding erupts, skeleton ripping the elder slime apart from the inside out. Victory ding. Boss down, 2,255 gold reward stacking. Song order summons. Harvest that mucus. Acidic gold. Gonna come in clutch. Floor glows with the slime's core orb. He snags it. Notification popping. Compound ingredient. Ultra-concentrated acid that dissolves anything or fuses objects like mad science. Hanho flags emergent. Yo, check this. Comments under that safe haven post? Getting nuked left and right. Folks questioning. Why no arrivals posting they've made it? Seongwu's radar pings suspicious. 1,000 gold for the ad. Piles more to scrub replies. Something rotten's brewing. Delete scream cover up. Cut to a shady crew in a car, bragging. Dropping players? Way more gold than monsters, plus the thrill's unreal. One fool probes. Who's the boss calling shots? Throat slits swift, blood spraying. Professor Red, the infamous killer. Don't ask again. Professor Red looms in frame, telling the slasher, world in chaos now. I need killers like you on payroll. Back to our squad. Seongwu eyes Hanho dead serious. Could you kill a person? 'Cause we're heading in to smoke some humans. But with Professor Red's web tightening and that safe haven reeking of trap, the player hunts flipping into a full predator showdown. Lock and load for the betrayal bloodbath. Oh man, notification chills the air, bro, popping up sinister. You are now a minion of the Vampire Lord. Dude on the ground grovels desperate at Professor Red's feet. Please, don't kill me. Red smirks cold, ordering his blood-craving minion. End him. Then to the pack. Keep slaughtering. Get stronger. Go hunt and report back. Cut to the trap tightening. One of the gang's fake good guys shows the boss. 3 newbies just hit the pickup spot for the safe house. Crew piles into the car, zooming off to snag their fresh prey. One thug chuckles. These fools got no clue they're next till we wrap the current batch. Another nods. Yeah, I see him. Easy pickings. Silhouettes loom. 3 caped figures blocking the road. Gang orders the driver. Ram him. Car plows in hard, but crunch. It's Seongwu's rigged skeleton shattering under tires, not flesh. Ride screeches to a halt. Gang leader smacked by an unseen hand, tumbling dazed. What the hell? He snaps alert to a sword tip inches from his nose. You the one posting that ad? Nuking comments? Leader sneers. You know who we are, punk? Bam. Seongwu's kick sends him sprawling, face busted. Rest of the gang freezes terrified, yelling, Boss. Seongwu pivots cold. How many upstairs? Leader charges mid-interrogation, blade swinging, but Seongwu's skeleton summon intercepts, sword flashing to hack off the leader's hand in a spray of red. Gang gasps. You didn't kill him? Our boy retorts. I'm not heartless enough to off humans without pause, but my summons? They hesitate, 0. Skeleton lifts its blade high, ready to drop the hammer on the lot. Seongwu zeroes on another thug. Start with your arm. Talk or lose it. Dude cracks scared. 8 more upstairs. Mid-spill, leader lunges, morphing bone into a wicked blade, stabbing his own guy dead to silence him. He gulps the blood, stats surging wild. Berserker mode kicks in. All attributes temp boosted 20%. Song was stunned, barking at his team. Stay back. Don't get caught. Command skeletons. Take him. They clash fierce, but leader shreds M like paper, charging Seongwu. I'm the boss here. Arm blade thrusting lethal for the kill, but with vampire vibes bleeding in and that morphed freak rampaging, the undead backlash is brewing nuclear. Hole for the blood-soaked reversal. Oh man, the clash amps to frenzy, bro. Seongwu tanking with his shield up front, while Jisoo flanks sneaky, striking the gang leader's back. He dodges slick, spinning to counter a swing. Hanho hurls daggers sharp, pissing the leader off royal. He charges full throttle at Hanho, but bam. A skeleton parries the brutal strike, saving his skin. Seongwu ghosts in from behind for the kill, only for his shield to shatter under the leader's raw brute force. He swings again fierce, leader evading smooth. Jisoo mirrors the flank, but he smirks, saw that coming from miles away. From the shadows behind Jisoo, Seongwu's skeleton summon erupts, swords blazing, slashing deep into the leader's hand, blood spraying wild. Our boy commands, all in, end him. Screams echo from the rear, remaining gang rushing to bail their boss. Leader starts regenerating quick, wounds knitting, but Jisoo slashes him fresh, skeletons piling damage relentless. Before he heals full, Seongwu severs his head clean. Regenerate that, punk. Notification dings sweet. 1,000 gold for dropping a player. Stunned, Seongwu mutters. Gold for kills? That why you clowns been slaughtering. Skeletons encircle the remnants, blades poised. Our kid demands. Drop weapons or die. They comply shaky, one kneeling. Orders came from the big boss, not this guy. He's the real puppet master. Jisoo probes Seongwu. That boss spawning these monsters? What class? 5-star power attribute cards. Seongwu grills. How many players you offed? Over 20. They spill. Fury ignites. Skeletons pounce. Wiping him out. Reward stacking for each kill. To Jisoo and Hanho. Had to smoke him before they plot more murders. He blasts a warning post. Stay away from that pickup spot. Murderers lurking to gank anyone who shows. Scene flips to the sergeant Seongwu potted earlier, commending their grind, while all the folks he saved belled out praises like a hero's anthem. Cut to some unknown lurker scrolling chats. Glad there's still helpers in this mess. Ping. A post hooks Hanho, showing Seongwu, from the Yongdongpo prosecutor, dropping survival tips on navigating the rising apocalypse. Squad rolls up to Hanho's crib, hope flickering in his eyes for his family's safety, but with big boss shadows creeping and those prosecutor nuggets hinting bigger plays. The Necromancer hunts gearing for family reunions and deeper conspiracies. Strap in for the home front heartbreak. Oh man. Knock echoes tense on Hanho's door. Bro. Answered swift by his parents swinging it wide, welcoming the squad in with warm vibes and plating up food mid-chat. Dad spills he skipped card picks, clueless on the game, while they tag-teamed a goblin raid with straight pesticides, blasting him back. Mom nudges. Hit the showers, you lot. Freshen up. Cut to shadows outside the apartment. Two shady dudes smirking up at the lit windows, spotting survivors ripe for the picking. Jisoo dips for her rinse first, Seongwu following suit. Then they huddle in the room plotting next moves, cleaning gear sharp. Platform pings, a post from the Yongdongpo prosecutor. Set up a legit safety zone here. Ain't no trap like that last checkpoint scam. We guarantee safety, but space is tight. Starting small till we scale for more heads. Seongwu muses deep. Dude's words ring true. Started with those help tips yesterday. Now he's got public favor locked. Trustworthy leader vibes. Folks will flock. He'll build a gold-sucking safe zone without breaking sweat, raking in from the masses long term. But nah, they bail on it. Too far out. More posts flood and about other safe zones. Low-rent joins popping. Squad nods. Hit the nearest one. Let's roll. Group swells to 5. Hanho's folks tagging and grateful. Happy to follow your lead. You brought our boy home safe. Just watch for those bandit punks. High schoolers on bikes, raiding food and gear from survivors round here. Cue the revs. Bike gang roars up from behind, screeching to a blockade halt. Leader sneers. Hand over resources. We heard your laughs last night. Or get beat. We outnumber you. Got the weapon's edge. Seongwu smirks cold. Numbers? Disagree. Shadows erupt. His horde of skeleton summons materializing menacing. Bones clacking ready. But with bandit blades drawn, and that prosecutor Haven calling distant, the Necromancer squad's road to safety is about to turn into a full skeletal smackdown. Gear up for the biker bloodbath ahead. Oh man. Mid-standoff. One bandit spots incoming doom and hollers. Monsters bail. The whole bike gang revs up frantic, peeling out to ditch the threat. Seongwu's squad wheels around puzzled, only for our boys' eyes to widen. A savage wolf pack stalking in, eyes glowing feral. Back off now. We're at a disadvantage. They'll shred us if we hold. He urges, herding the team into a nearby building for cover. Wolves post up outside calm as death, staring daggers through the windows. One beast charges the entrance, snarling, jaws snapping for blood. But bam, someone hurls a bottle of that harvested slime fluid, acid splashing to melt fur and flesh. Wolf howling agony. Squad follows suit, lobbing more vials of the pack. Screams ripping the air as hide sizzle. Seongwu summons his skeletons. Charge, rip him apart. Bones surge out, tackling a wolf and dropping it cold. Ping, 240 gold reward stacks. Skeletons keep the momentum, slaughtering the remnants one by one. Notifications flooding as Seongwu levels to 7 mid-carnage. Jisoo vents. We're turning a dead weight for you. But he shuts it down. Nah, just bad terrain. I handled it solo cause it favored me. Tries commanding a fallen wolf corpse, but system blocks. Too high level. Your rank's not there yet. Let's bounce, he says. More beasts could be lurking. Cut to aerial chaos. A military chopper squad fleeing winged horrors. The Wyvern alpha male, slamming in like a missile, wrecking the craft in a fiery plunge. Seongwoo's team watches horrified from their hideout. Even soldiers are powerless. These monsters are next level. Hanho spots. They're nesting right where we're headed. Blocks our path. Rest up inside. Seongwoo orders. We'll slip out soon. Regain strength. Night falls. System alert blares. Choose your class for apocalypse survival. Our boy snags the link card. Dark Mage, buffing his undead skeletons beastly, while debuffing foes to dust. Hanho pulls a clutch one. 10-second invincibility shield after dropping an enemy. Dad scores Pioneer class, letting him craft safety zones on the fly. But with wyverns nesting nearby, and classes locked in, the Sky Terror is about to force a desperate detour. Hold for the nocturnal nightmare ahead. Oh man, class picks rap with Hanho quizzing his mom. What did you snag? She beams. Chef card. Gonna cook up survival feasts. Jisoo levels up her game with a 3-star hitman card. Senses sharpening like knives whenever danger creeps close. In her head, she's hyped on Seongwoo's vibe. Dude's a tactical beast, cool-headed calls turning tides. Gotta grind my own strength, carve my path. Our boy probes Hanho's dad on that Pioneer class. Break it down. What's the deal? Dad explains. Burns 10 mana a minute to spawn a safe zone. Shelter for monster mayhem. 2,150 square feet wide. 33 feet tall. Shielded up tight. Mana taps out. Dings 100 gold every 10 minutes to keep it humming. Seongwoo nods firm. Emergency use only. Save it for the clutch. Hanho pipes up. So no safe zones for us. Nah, Seongwoo shoots back. Those groups? Power abusers. Taxing protection like tyrants. Wyverns stir from their rooftop nap. Stretching wings massive and lifting off. Path cleared, but tension lingers. Seongwoo eyes his gold stash. Gotta spin smart. Bulk up. Never know when sky-high beasts like those wyverns drop, and uninvited. Rumble hits, those bandit punks from earlier screech back, fleeing the wyvern scare. Smirking sly, Seongwoo suggests, let's grill 'em on gold spins. Robbers like them gotta know the game. Inside their hideout, bandit boss storms in with his crew, stunned. Where's the lookout? Subordinate spills. Some dude iced him. Demanded cash he couldn't cough up. Boss freezes at the reveal. A fanged figure grinning, snapping. Zip it. Human stinks got me starving. Man at the table calls out the boss's name. Gets lip back. Why the attitude? He growls. Goons surround, reminding. Our big boss lets you run your scam. Defy orders and you're done. Bandit boss bristles. Leave us be. We'll handle our mess. Cut off sharp. Disobey? Dead. The man hoists him by the skull. Off the ground. 10,000 gold in 2 days. Or lights out for you all. Door minion spots, Seongwoo's squad lurking. Who the hell? Our boy quips. Customer service sucks. Had to investigate myself. Puzzled glare. What do you want? Seongwoo points his sword. Everything. Hand it over. Shock hits. These robbers never dreamed they'd get jacked. Bandit boss bellows. You idiots have no clue what you've stepped into. Fang man bares teeth eager, pouncing at Seongwoo's team. Our kid clocks it. You the boss from H apartment? Luring and slaughtering players. Before the question lands, Vamp leaps lethal, but Seongwoo's skeleton snags his arms mid-air, halting the rush. Blade plunges deep, stabbing him through. Bandit boss gawks. What the skeletons? Seongwoo eyes the impaled freak, slashing his head halfway. Regenerate that, bloodsucker. But with vampire underlings stirring and that big boss's shadow looming, the Necromancer raids flipping into full undead vengeance. Brace for the gold heist showdown. Don't move, or I'll take your head. He stepped forward, locking eyes with the pale figure. Are you the vampire lord? The man only grinned, then exploded in emotion. In a blur he rushed in, shattering Seongwoo's sword with a single strike, pressing in for the kill. Thunk! A dagger slammed into his side. Hanho. Before he could even turn, Jisoo was already on him, her blade carving through flesh. The flames from the fire whetstone flared, scorching the wound. No regeneration. No healing. The vampire hissed in rage, lunging at Jisoo next. She slipped past every strike, her heightened senses fully activated, body moving before her mind could even think. Every swipe, every claw, every lunge dodged. At the same time, a heavy pressure filled the air. Death aura. Seongwu's skeletons glowed faintly as their power surged, and the enemy's strength collapsed under the curse. Tenfold weakened. Blood poured from his wounds as he staggered, gasping. "What do you want?" He coughed, trying to stall to get close. But Seongwu had no interest in talk. Multiple bone spears ripped through the vampire, pinning him in place. "Talk, or you get more." The man spat blood, eyes burning red. "Don't celebrate yet. You think killing me matters? Our master's plan is already in motion." Seongwu's expression didn't change. "Jisoo, end it. One clean slash. Reward, 322 gold. Player kill." Silence fell over the room. The bandit boss dropped to his knees, shaking. "Spare me. I don't know who those monsters were. I swear." "Everything you've stolen," Seongwu said coldly. "All of it. Now." Trembling hands piled up the gold, items, and gear. Every last piece went to Seongwu's team. As they regrouped, the realization hit. A boss who controls vampires and can turn anyone they bite, Hanho muttered. "If that spreads, it'll be a plague." Jisoo finished. A sudden red flash interrupted them. Warning. Question. What will happen to those who refuse to select a card during the second round? A bad feeling twisted in Seongwu's gut. Then the answer appeared. They will be turned into monsters. A man nearby, Minsik, started convulsing. His bones bent. Skin tore. Black veins crawled over his body as the transformation began. "Attack," Seongwu ordered. The skeletons didn't hesitate. Before the change could finish, the monster was torn apart, and whatever was coming next had already begun.